Personal Injury Court.
This is the case of Raymond versus Robinson. This is a premises liability case where you, Mr. Raymond, sustained some pretty severe injuries on Mr. Robinson's property. You're asking this court to make an award for medical bills of $100,000, lost wages of $50,000, and pain and suffering of $100,000 for a total award of $250,000. Is that correct?
That's correct, Your Honor.
And Mr. Robinson, you believe that Mr. Raymond is responsible for his own injuries in crossing your property, right?
Yes, Your Honor, I do.
All right. Well, let's get into the legal sauce, gentlemen. Mr. Raymond, tell me how we got here. What led to you going to this property?
I'm a licensed plumber.
Okay.
And I got a call from Mark, a very frantic call, asking me to drop what I was doing and come fix this issue.
How long have you been a plumber?
I've been a plumber for about 20 years.
Okay.
I've been taking care of this building for about 7.
So you've done work for Mr. Robinson before?
I have, and he keeps me fully employed. I do a really great job. I love what I do. I've been able to make a living for my family for quite a few years now.
So, Mr. Robinson, you had an emergency this day.
Yes, Your Honor, I did. Basically, what had happened was we had a sewage buildup in the pipeline, and it was starting to overflow through the grass. I was getting many complaints from all of the residents.
But before this day, he was your plumber. He was the guy that took care of your needs.
Yes, Your Honor, about 7 years. I mean, he's a good guy. He's done good work, other than the fact that I've started to know a lack of performance lately.
Okay, so he's kind of your main guy, despite some ticks here and there, but he's your main guy.
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Robinson, this property is an apartment building, right?
Yes, Your Honor.
You got a bunch of toilets, bunch of sinks, bunch of bathrooms, right?
That's correct.
Plenty need for a plumber. Mm-hmm. How many units?
Units, there's a total of 45 units in the main building.
And how long have you owned this building?
I've owned this building for the past 12 years.
And Mr. Raymond, what happened on this day?
On this day, I got this call. It was an emergency. So I dropped what I was doing. I headed straight over there in my truck, my work truck, parked in front of the building. I grabbed my toolbox. I got there. I could see him waving at me.
And the emergency, Mr. Robinson, was this sewage buildup?
Yes, Your Honor. It was a catastrophe.
And it's something only a plumber could address and solve.
Absolutely, and immediately.
So, Mr. Raymond, you were going over to solve this emergency.
Yes, sir.
So then what happened?
I parked right in front of the building so I could have access to my work vehicle.
Yes, sir.
I grabbed my toolbox and I started heading straight to him. Few steps in and my foot went through a hole and I went down, sir. I went down and I was hurt. My shoulder, my side, my ankle. I didn't know what was wrong, but I couldn't get up.
Mr. Robinson, did you see this?
Yes, Your Honor, I did.
Mr. Raymond, what's that hole about? You submitted this photograph.
Yeah, so that's, I'm sorry. So that's the hole that I put my foot through as I was trying to get across to fix this other emergency.
Okay, and you
ankle went all the
stepped
way
in
through.
that hole?
Yes, sir.
Okay, and that's where I see you've got this boot on your right foot. Is that the foot that went into this hole?
I broke my ankle going in there. I broke my ankle, and so I've got a boot here that's, I can hardly walk. I can't do much because.
Now I see you've got that shoulder apparatus on. What happened to your shoulder?
So I separated and dislocated the shoulder when I went down.
Okay.
And then part of that tore my rotator cuff, so I had to have surgery for that.
So this was a nasty shoulder injury.
It was a very, very bad hurt.
Well,
yes.
Mr. Robinson, that had to be shocking even to watch. I mean, you see him go down and he's pretty badly hurt. Were you concerned?
At the moment, yeah, but at the same time, Your Honor, this injury was based off pure negligence.
How was he responsible?
I don't think so.
Well, for starters, he walked through the grass instead of the sidewalk. I mean,
well, what's the harm of walking through the grass? I walked through my grass this morning to get to my car.
The thing here is there was a sign in the grass that said, "Keep off of the grass."
Did you see a keep off the grass sign?
There's no sign there when I was there.
That's not true, Your Honor. There was a sign right there.
Well, you remember a sign being there.
Yes, Your Honor. I'm the one who put it in there.
And if it was there, you didn't see it.
I did not. I was handling an emergency, and he was standing.
For him?
For him. I was coming at him. My biggest issue is that this should never have happened. He's right. This was negligence. It was his negligence.
So, Mr. Robinson, is this the sign you put up?
Yes, Your Honor. This is the sign that I put up.
Mr. Raymond, I can't see how you missed that one.
I didn't see it, sir.
You were focused on his emergency.
He was jumping up and down, waving his arms at me.
You didn't expect that he was kind of just gonna lollygag around on the sidewalk and take his own time, right?
The sidewalk was 2 feet from his car door. He chose to walk through
Well,
the
you
grass.
submitted a diagram kind of laying this out.
Yes, Your Honor,
Could
I
you
did.
go to the podium? I want you to explain this for me, because you
Absolutely,
saw
Your
the
Honor.
whole thing. Now, where are you?
I am right here, just outside the main entrance of our main building. Basically, I made the call first.
Okay.
And then what happened is, this is a one-way street.
All right.
This is one way here. He comes this way, and then he parks the vehicle right here. Since the driver's side is on the opposite side of where I am, he walks around the side to get the bag.
I had to
Okay.
grab my
And from
toolbox.
at this point, I am signaling,
Oh, so
I
you're-
need you.
You're not saying come here. You're
no,
saying,
I'm saying
go around.
I need you. Yes, because I'm trying to wave him in the direction of the apparent sidewalk that's right next to where he could have walked.
So, Mr. Raymond, if he's telling you go around, I mean, I understand that a septic soup in an apartment is not a good thing, but it's not like anybody's gonna die.
I understand what he's saying.
Okay.
But I've worked with him for so many years.
Yes, sir.
He wasn't saying go around. He was saying hurry up.
that's-
hurry up. Get
no.
over here. Like
And
he
you were
seemed
trying to get to
frustrated
him as
with
soon as
me.
possible.
Yeah, he was already frustrated that I wasn't being fast enough, so I was going as fast as I could.
So, Mr. Robinson, you can return to the podium. Mr. Raymond, I want you to go over there and you tell me what happened. Use this diagram.
Okay, so
Take your time.
thank you, Your Honor. So
tell
this
me
is
what happened.
exactly how it was. The issue was up here. I could see him waving at me, being frantic. I knew that this was where I was gonna have to work. So I wasn't gonna drive on the grass and get over there and create more of an issue.
So you
I
didn't
left
have to
my,
do
my
that, Your
truck
Honor.
there
You
so I
park
could
your
access.
truck
there.
You park your truck, and then where do you go?
I went straight to him, and that hole happened to be in the way. Now,
And right there in the middle is where that drain hole is that you stepped in.
now, had there been a sign, there
What-
should have been a sign by the hole. There
Well-
should have been something there to warn.
Mr. Robinson has the sign right over there.
I did not see that sign.
You
Your
had
Honor.
to pass
you-
that way. It was
That-
one way.
that sign-
You have
and
to
that
pass
sign we
it to
just
park.
saw
Well,
was
you
deep
saw
on
the
the grass.
sidewalks, right?
Yes, yes, but if I block the sidewalk, Your Honor, then that's going to restrict traffic because I'm going to be working there for a while.
It's a
So I've
one-way
got to
road,
park
man.
where I can
Nobody's
access my
driving that
vehicle
way.
to get back and forth and get the tools that I need.
So, but you thought it was an emergency and you need to get to
I
him right
treated
away.
it like the emergency that he was letting me know it was.
Now, Mr. Robinson, you can see though, I mean, his heart's in the right place. He's trying to get to your catastrophe right away. You see that?
Yes, Your Honor.
I saw him up there and he was up there waving. Oh,
You can return to the podium.
he was waving his arms. It was an emergency, and I treated it like a professional. I went as fast as I could.
He's never moved fast a day in his life, Your Honor.
But he must have been moving fast enough for you to hire him over and again, right? You said you blew your shoulder out and you broke your ankle.
Yes, sir. My ankle was broken all the way through.
Okay.
My shoulder was dislocated, and I tore my rotator cuff.
Well, I see here that you are seeking $100,000 in past medical bills. You had a lot of medical treatment for these injuries.
Yes, I did.
And I see that you have $50,000 in lost wages. I take it this ankle and shoulder don't let you work as a plumber.
No, I have been off of work. I can't do anything other than just wait and heal right now.
So, Mr. Robinson, do you see the position at least that he's in?
No, I don't, Your Honor.
Okay.
This is
Yeah.
his negligence.
Just-
This is his negligence, Your Honor.
Okay.
He's been complaining to me for the past year and a half that he has bad knees.
So hard luck and move on.
He's been using the bad knee excuse forever. So I think that he decided to take it easy on himself because his knees were hurting.
So
Go through the
so
grass
the-
and avoid the sidewalk right
You-
there.
you
Your Honor,
mentioned-
let me show you the braces that I
Oh,
have.
what are you?
Let me show you the braces. These are over-the-counter
All right.
braces. They're not medical. They're to help me do my job. I'm a plumber. I'm always on
Well,
my knees.
that was a little more than I wanted to see, but I appreciate you doing that. Now,
I just want to show you so you can see. These are not to help me walk. They're just, I'm a plumber. I'm on my knees a lot. This gives me support. Like a back brace would give me support if I'm lifting.
well, you've just given a whole new meaning to plumber's crack. Sheriff Matt, if you would let the sheriff help you pull your pants up.
Thank you. I've got a.
Taking one for the team, Sheriff.
You good?
All right, I almost got it right here.
Yeah.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you.
You are suing Mr. Robinson for $250,000. Part of that is $100,000 for pain and suffering. Tell me about your pain and suffering. What have you been through?
Okay, so this has affected my whole life. My whole life. 24 hours a day, I'm in pain. Now, this didn't used to be. I separated and dislocated the shoulder when I went down. Part of that tore my rotator cuff, so I had to have surgery for that. I'm captain of my bowling team. We were going to nationals, and we had to forfeit because I can't bowl. It's one of the things that I'm good at, that I really love doing. I let him all down because of his negligence. My biggest issue is that this should never have happened.
Mr. Robinson, you can see that this has affected his life, right? Even
Yes,
if
Your
you don't
Honor.
believe it's your fault, you can see it's had an impact
Your
on
Honor.
him.
Yes, Your
I
Honor.
mean,
do.
bowling, pastimes.
Even taking a shower takes about 2 hours. You know, it's hard when you can't even wipe yourself.
Well, I would have offered Sheriff Matt to go home with you, but he didn't like pulling your pants up. So, if you had an opportunity to say something to Mr. Robinson, I mean, you all had a relationship before this. What would you say to him about what you've been through? And Mr. Robinson, I want you to receive it.
Mark, I have been working for you. I've been loyal for 7, 8 years, something like that. Whenever you need me, you count on me. And I always do it. I may not always get it as fast as you want, but these things take time. Now I've been injured, and then you're adding insult to that injury.
The biggest thing that I want you to remember here
And receive this. Receive it.
Yes, Your Honor.
is that you installed that drain in the first place.
Mr. Robinson, he installed that drain that he
Yes,
stepped
Your Honor.
in?
It was a special project that needed a certain amount of focus on it. I knew he could get it done, so I tasked him to do the job.
Now,
Are you telling
Mr.
me you
Raymond.
forgot that it was there?
Come on now.
Let me show you. That's
Now-
right. I did install that.
How's he responsible for a drain you put in?
Let me show you why. That hole had this on top of it to cover it. This is the safety feature that goes on top of the hole.
So when you installed it, you
I
put that on
installed
top.
This, and this is a sign. This is a sign that there's a warning. There's something here, don't step on that.
Mr. Robinson, do you remember when he installed it and these things were present?
Yes, Your Honor, I do.
Okay, and so were these things present the day he fell in the hole?
No, Your Honor, they were not.
Why not?
They weren't present because a crew member of the lawn mowing company that he referred me to ran over that same top.
So on the day of this fall, those things, that cover and the flag that
weren't
Mr.
there,
Raymond
Your
put
Honor.
in there,
It was-
they weren't there.
It happened the day before the incident, Your Honor.
Well, why not replace it?
Well, I put the sign down because I didn't have the actual top, like the cover to it, to install.
Did the sign keep people off the grass?
Your Honor, it actually did.
Had you seen that sign, would you have used the sidewalk?
I don't
No.
think I would have, because it's not a warning sign. It's more, that sign looked like, I'm trying to grow my grass, please don't kill it by walking on it. It doesn't say you're about to change your whole life because of negligence.
He's got a point.
You're not buying that, though, are you, Your
He's
Honor?
got a point.
What does it matter if the grass needs cut, or if we got to lay fertilizer, or if people like to have picnics out there and we don't want people walking on picnics? It doesn't matter. We just need the people to know the message on the sign and to not walk on the grass.
I think I've heard enough. I'm ready to render my decision. In every personal injury case, the plaintiff must prove three things. The plaintiff must prove that the defendant did something wrong, and that wrong caused your injuries. Mr. Raymond, you were clearly injured. You were injured when you stepped into a hole that you didn't remember was there because the cover was missing and the flag was missing. Had they been there, you would have run right around them and solved his problems, and you all would not be here today.
That's correct, Your Honor.
Mr. Robinson, you believe he put the hole there. He should know that. Plus, you got a big sign saying stay off the grass. The sidewalk is 12 to 20 feet away. He could have done that and solved your problem, and we wouldn't be here today.
Yes, Your Honor. I mean, there's no way you forget a job that you do. There's
Well,
no way
that
you
kind of
forget
hits
that.
common sense.
Yeah,
But the law's beyond common sense. It's pretty technical. And the technical part of the law says that when you are a landowner or a building owner, you have a responsibility to maintain the property. That is, in its safe condition, you keep it safe. The problem I have here is that it was safe when Mr. Raymond put that cover on and put the sign up. But when you knew that Your guys had hit it with the lawnmower, now it became a hazard that he wouldn't necessarily know about. I find, Mr. Raymond, that you have proven that Mr. Robinson was wrong in not at least telling you about this hole being there, or at least replacing the cap. I find that you have proven that his wrong in not replacing the cap caused your injuries. And in that regard, I'm going to award you $100,000 in medical bills, $50,000 in lost wages, and every single penny of $100,000 for pain and suffering, Your Honor, for a total award of $250,000. I find in your favor and against Mr. Robinson. That is my verdict, and this matter is adjourned. Our attorneys across America just viewed this case for the first time. Let's hear what Gary Martin Hayes has to say.
Mr. Raymond was able to prove the defendant's negligence by using a diagram showing the location of the accident, plus photos depicting the hole without the drain cover. Now, it's so important to get pictures of the scene of an incident, as well as any condition or instrument that may have caused the injury. Strong testimony and exhibits really help you explain what happened with great detail to a jury.